Do you count yourself lucky? Just hold on to your horse till the end of this video as we feature of the luckiest people caught on camera. You might reconsider your odds. Number 28. When robbers become heroes. Okay, at first it seems to be the store owner's bad day when two robbers make an unpleasant visit to his store and start stealing some snacks. But things get worse moments later when a third robber joins the scene and demands cash, pointing a big boy to his head. The first two robbers then hide away, trying to develop a plan to distract this new guy, and they succeed in giving the store owner the opportunity to fight back. What a lucky champ! In such a situation, should the first two guys be forgiven? I mean, stealing is stealing. Number 27. Car speeds through a red light unscratched. When approaching an intersection, this driver seemed to have lost control, and everything went haywire within the blink of an eye. Lucky for him, after hitting the ramp on the side, he skidded into another lane at the intersection, missing another car by just a hair. This video will leave you rewinding several times. If it wasn't caught on this dashboard camera, no one would believe how the guys witnessing the drama left unscratched. Number 26. School teacher luckily scores a 3-pointer for third graders. It's not often when you find a third grade teacher making a 3-pointer, but it wasn't a shock for this lady. She'd promised her students some hot chocolate if she made the shot. And since they were excited about the treat, the kids cheered her on. Without even stressing too much, she was able to make it. Turns out she was a pretty cool basketball player back in her college years. Number 25. Tractor wheel on fire. Next time you decide to apply a hack you discovered online, be sure to look up their safety measures too. There's plenty of videos on showing how to fix tractor tires, and most involve fire. But what happens when things get out of hand and you have nothing to save you from the disaster about to unravel? This video shows how crazy this process can get. Lucky for them, they happen to have a fire extinguisher nearby. Number 24. The plane misses skydivers by a hair. After watching this clip, skydiving doesn't seem fun after all. A group of about 9 skydivers remain with a tale to tell for the rest of their lives after 2 Cessna planes crashed mid-air, just as the team was ready to deploy. Luckily, nobody was injured or was even grazed in the incident, where they were forced to dodge flaming pieces of plane descending at more than 200 kilometers per hour. Number 23. Driver escapes boulder after earthquake in Taiwan. Dashcams are recording it all. This group driving down a spiral road from Taiwan's highlands nearly got smashed like roaches when a boulder almost smashed their windscreen. Luckily for the driver, they seem to have decided to slow down before changing their mind at the last minute. Was it not for this man's mixed decisions, they'd probably be telling a different tale. What a lucky lot. Number 22. Gas station drama. The bored gas station attendant decided to relax on the railing next to the machines when one crazy driver came drifting into the gas station. The vehicle was headed straight for him, but only missed him by inches due to his fast reflex and luck. It's still unclear where this driver was speeding from. Maybe he was late for work and needed gas as soon as possible? Number 21. Stunt skateboarder misses a car downhill. Skateboarding sounds all fun and games until you lose your balance and spiral off the board. This guy will probably take some time off the skateboard after nearly getting run over by a car. He was unable to stop when this vehicle appeared on the next turn downhill. His fall was epic, but I hope he learned a lesson. That luck may not save you all the time. Number 20. Man runs through tracks when the train is passing. Yikes! I can't imagine waiting for a train at the train station, then out of nowhere, someone tries to snatch my phone. This scenario happened at a train station, but in this case, the man went after the thief only to miss being minced by a train approaching the station. After waiting for several minutes for the long train to pass, the man was retrieved on the other side with only a concussion. It's unfortunate though he didn't recover his phone at that particular point, but he should be grateful he walked off those tracks alive. Number 19. Drunk couple falls down a flight of stairs without injury. When mom and dad decide it's time to get the party started, they mean it. A home cam showed these two struggling to get up a flight of stairs since they were under the influence. They looked delirious and it was a terrible idea. One ending with a first-class seat and an ambulance to the hospital. How the guy slides down is almost unbelievable. He's lucky to manage to get up without difficulty after a fall like that. His partner also blacked out on the stairs, but luckily he managed to support her up. Those bodies just don't party like they used to, huh? Number 18. Pedestrian misses a car at the zebra crossing. How this pedestrian manages to double back when an oncoming vehicle almost runs him over is just insane. Without paying a keen eye, you could confuse this scene for one of the Fast and Furious films. I guess he must have been lucky to miss 2 vehicles, don't you think? Number 17. Man narrowly escapes from being crushed by runaway crane. This man was going about his business when he met an untimely incident that he'll forever be grateful to his creator for saving him from his demise. A runaway crane had lost control and sped right into his car. If he wasted another 2 seconds, he wouldn't have been able to escape through the driver's door like he did. Have a look at his ramshackle car. Number 16. Biker dodges accident on the freeway. The feeling of riding a sports bike is one to crave for. Cruising the freeway in full leather gear, only until the car in front of you loses control, ramming into another vehicle. This biker experienced a similar ordeal during his weekend ride, and he was lucky to be able to dodge that wreck. Not a good day for a sandwich after all. Number 15. Russian driver narrowly escapes death. A Russian semi-truck driver was in transit with some goods when the unexpected happened. It's still unclear how his truck got to the opposite lane, brushing shoulders with another driver that tried to dodge the inevitable. The truck driver is thrown out of the scene, landing upright on his feet. The way he walked away from the scene will leave you wondering if he had some superpowers. Number 14. Lucky man escapes crumbling wall. East China is now one of the social economic hubs of China, but on this day, it's remembered for this lucky man who managed to move away from danger just in time before the adjacent wall came crumbling down. Number 13. Kayakers escape turning into a whale supper. Whales have a thing for kayaks and can't withstand the cravings for the numerous fish that hide under a makeshift boat. In the blink of a second, what seemed to be an enjoyable moment took a drastic turn, but 2 ladies were lucky to swim away from what could have been a free night stay inside a hunchback whale. Number 12. Rhino runs right in front of a couple trapped in a car. Oh no, it's coming for us! This couple had been amused by the rhino that was walking on the roadside until the rhino decided to charge right towards them, but instead passes them without any harm. Rhinos are somewhat vicious, and their horns are as tough as steel, meaning running through a vehicle would have been a piece of cake for such a beast. Number 11. Coach saves 9-year-old gymnastics student. A 9-year-old gymnast has her coach to thank after intervening in the nick of time before she sprawled off the safe zone to the concrete floor. I bet the clip left you shocked at the timing of the coach, right? Number 10. Dad saves child from drowning. Dad has some spidey senses. After enjoying a family dinner, these folks decided to relax by the pool. In the depth of bonding, nobody realized that the 1-year-old child had disappeared. Just as the toddler slips into the pool, the dad notices and his Superman instincts kick in. He went in, diving over the fence to save his adorable lad. The family's happy that the toddler's safe and can even afford a smile for the camera. Number 9. Coca-Cola's experiment goes wrong. The Coca-Cola and Mentos experiment went viral online, and without considering the risks, people participated in the experiment. In what looked to be a backfired experiment that almost cracked the skull of a cameraman, everything came exploding towards him like a rocket fed with your coordinates. Lucky for the man, his camera took the beating for him. Number 8. 2 motorcyclists miss colliding by a whisker. When 2 friends were enjoying the thrill of high speed on their newly acquired sport bikes, one of the friends' head cams captured what would have been the worst accident had it not been for mere luck. Number 7. Lucky soldier misses headshot by inches. In a special operation in Afghanistan, this soldier miraculously dodged a hit that only left a graze on his headgear. Without seeing the video, you might think this story was made up. Number 6. Army veteran protects recruit from bursting into pieces. The Army is no joke, and one mistake can cost you your life. This lesson can be shown by this recruit who accidentally dropped a sensitive army object after removing the pin. His instructor deserves a medal for the fast reaction that presided right after it hit the ground. Number 5. Azerbaijan military helicopter flies too close to journalist. This Azerbaijan woman seems too dedicated to her job that even a helicopter flying right above her head doesn't make her flinch. Yikes! She's lucky because those helicopter propellers just kissed her hair and not her neck. Number 4. Ride up the hill. These tourists seem to be out for an adventure. Besides the narrow road up, the road was full of loose chippings on the edge. I wouldn't want to imagine how a drop in the river would end. Number 3. The bike was almost hit by a train. I don't know what these guys were thinking, but who would decide to ride on the train tracks? They're lucky they managed to jump off the track to safety just in time. Number 2. Man misses airplane crash by a hair. Everyone has their definition of luck, but I bet in such a scenario, all of us would have to agree this photographer is more than lucky to still be alive after taking a photo of an airplane flying inches above his head. I don't know, maybe the pilot might have snoozed for a bit, because had he dropped just a few inches lower, he'd not only crush the man into pieces, but would also risk crashing the plane on the site. Number 1. Pigs save lives. This adorable pig, known as Theodore, saved its owner from a horrific fire. His owner was sound asleep when Theodore made noises to alert her. If she was alone in the room, she'd probably never know that a raging fire was blazing in the next room. Lucky for her, she had this handy fella by her side. See you next time.